Here are 5 tips on how to lose weight. I'm not going to get into any of the sciences or anything like that, into the nerd shit. Okay, I'm just going to straight up tell you 5 tips that I use to lose weight. The goal of this video is just to keep it nice and easy to understand without providing any extra bullshit, making the whole process of losing weight complicated. I'm just going to straight up tell you these 5 tips right now. So the first tip that I have is to do intermediate fasting. I myself have been doing intermediate fasting for a couple months now, and it's pretty much where you set like this 8-hour period, this 8-hour window where you can eat, but outside of that window, you can't eat. So me myself, I don't even know the science of it. I just straight up did it. I straight up tried it, and I've lost a good amount of weight because of intermediate fasting. So for me, I don't eat until 1 o'clock, and then I can eat from 1 to 9, and then after 9 I can't eat. And I feel like your day starts off a lot more productive if you don't have like any food inside of your stomach, because I feel like, at least for me, when I eat breakfast, if I'm eating like a heavy breakfast, I still feel tired because of the amount of food that's in my stomach. It just makes my stomach feel heavy. It pushes me down, essentially. It makes me tired. So, and then it's also good too to just go to sleep a little bit hungry, because it'll help while you're sleeping to just burn more calories and all that. For me, intermediate fasting is just really effective. Second tip that I have is to drink a shit ton of water. A lot of you guys may not know this, but just drinking a lot of water actually helps support the metabolism. And it's very important when you are trying to lose weight to just drink as much water as you can. For me, I try to drink, I don't know the sciences, like how much bottles of water you should drink and all that, but I usually drink probably like a bottle an hour. I'm just always drinking a shit ton of water, because water really does just help boost your metabolism. This isn't the most important tip, but this is definitely a very important tip, that you need to be drinking as much water so that your metabolism is supported. Third tip that I have is to do weightlifting, but on top of that, also do a sport. So this tip actually, I don't think is really that common when people are talking about weight loss. A lot of people kind of just encourage doing more cardio and all that, and I think like taking a run is fine, but I don't think, in my opinion, if you just run, I don't think that's going to really help the process of you losing weight. I think it's good that you're lifting weights, because then you can turn that fat that you're losing, you can turn that into muscle, which is, who doesn't love muscle, right? So, also for me too, like, when you lift weights, you burn a lot of calories, but so on top of doing a sport. For example, right now I do kickboxing, and when we practice, we're going 2 hours hard, throwing punches on the bag, hitting pad work and all that, and you burn a shit ton of calories. On top of, just going to the gym and lifting weights, it's very, very effective towards burning calories. So, like if you're in high school, I would definitely recommend doing a sport, obviously, if you're trying to lose weight. If you're in college, try to do a club sport. Or if you're just not in school at all, learn how to fight. Take up kickboxing, take up regular boxing, Muay Thai, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, all that shit, Martial arts, in general, I think is a really, really good way to lose weight, because the amount of physical activity that you're doing, because of like the amount of fat that you're burning. Fourth tip that I have is to just consume more protein than your carb intake. So I personally don't measure how many calories I'm eating. I really, it's just, for most people, like that shit is just too complicated, it's just too much work in general, right? And it just turns some people off from even trying to lose weight. So for me, like if I'm having a plate full of food, and say, for example, it's like rice and chicken, right? Okay. I try to just make sure that there's more chicken on that plate than there is carbs. I'm not recommending that you entirely cut off carbs. Obviously, try to not really eat bread. I think rice is fine for carbs, in my opinion, or pasta. But yeah, just make sure like on your plate, that there's more protein than there are carbs, because trust me, protein is a great source to burn body fat. So, eating a lot of protein is just very, very important. And the fifth and final tip is to just trust the process. Losing weight takes months and months on end. It's not an easy thing to do at all. There's not really a quick way of losing weight, because you're really only supposed to be losing 1 to 2 pounds of body fat a week. So I definitely think losing weight is a pretty slow process. I've been trying to cut And over the past of only a couple months, I've only lost about like 20 pounds, which is like, 20 pounds is really good, right? But some people have this expectation of like, oh, I can lose like 50 pounds in 3 months and all that, but that's just not how it works. Losing weight is just something that takes time, and you got to realize that. You got to understand that it's going to take time, but that's the whole point. You want that delayed gratification. So, the months pass by, you put in that hard work, and eventually you get a sexy body that comes out of that. And I think that reward is just incredible. So you really just have to trust the process, because it's going to take a long time and it's difficult. It is really, really difficult to try and lose weight, but I think if you just try to commit your best to losing weight, you'll get there and you will succeed. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe and click on this video right here and keep grinding.